Uh, Anyone that was trying to get on is having some technical difficulties, so I do apologize. Uh, Hope to see some of you on here to have discussions because I really like doing that. Discussions are always fun. So, thinking about the X-Men recently and how much that franchise meant to me, like through comics I read, and then through the movies. Personally, I liked the the prequel series more, and there was four of them. You know, I just thought they were very well done. Patrick Stewart as Professor X, the older version was great. James McAvoy as a younger Professor X, I really enjoyed him playing that role. It was, nice to see because it's not something that was done before, especially in the movies. And Michael Fassbender playing a young Magneto was really good. So, yeah, just very, very enjoyable for me. And then, to see everything that young Magneto went through that made him really jaded as he got older. He went through a lot of horrible um, tragedy and loss. Now, do I know? Hello, thanks for joining. What's up, Austin? Hey, Bubba. Hey, nice of you all to pop in. Talking X Men and what I enjoy about it. If you want to share with me who you all like, if you're fans of the X Men, if you want to tell me who your favorite X Men were, because I'd love to have that conversation. One of my favorites is Wolverine, because Wolverine is this he's the man. Mm, I mean, we're all looking for our dreams, right? Trying to make our dreams come true. If it's meant to be, then it'll happen. I just don't know. We do not know what life has in store for us. All right, Deadpool's epic. You know, Ryan Reynolds playing Deadpool. I felt he was made to play that role. I can't see anyone else playing that role besides Ryan Reynolds. He was very epic. Anyone else like X Men? Feel free to share. Hello, hello. Talking about X Men. I don't know what the E-men are. Oh, X-Men is been around a long time. They're mutants. Every one of them has some type of special ability. It's really cool. Like Wolverine has an accelerated healing factor, and he's tough as nails. Storm can control the elements, any type of weather, she can control it. Magneto can control metal. The list goes on and on. Yeah, Superman is awesome, but not X-Men. Totally different company, and like Superman is part of DC, so I'm sure there's been comics where X-Men and maybe the DC heroes have fought. Happy birthday. Yeah, I had a birthday on the 14th. So, only thing I like about birthdays is I get older. Not the most fun. Oh, Spider-Man's epic. I love Spider-Man. But he's not not in the same universe usually as X-Men. But he's gotten into fights with X-Men. I feel like everyone gets in a fight with Wolverine because Wolverine's just like real like fired up all the time. Like he wants to fight. And Spider-Man don't want to fight, but he'll fight if he has to. And then when he does, he's really tough. And he has a lot of cool powers that he has at his disposal. His senses, his super strength, how he can climb walls, how he can swing like Tarzan with his webs. So it's really cool. Anyone else got some superheroes they want to mention? Whether they're X-Men or not, it's okay. You can still talk about it. Anyone wants to share, we can discuss that. But I'll tell you this: stay in the same realm, but different. Who here is excited for Masters of the Universe? And I tell you, I am. I grew up with He-Man. He-Man has always been a epic superhero to me. And then the fact that he would ride a green tiger that was in armor, I just thought that was really cool because it's not something you would see all the time. I can't think of any other situation where it was like that. And also just let you know, thank you for coming on to the live stream. All the support means everything to me. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notifications so you can be notified when I make a new video. I am not playing around with that. uh, I've been doing this for 15 days and I have 12, 12 videos out, and this is my second live. So if you like to support the channel, please do. It's very much appreciated. Then if you have friends that you think would like my content, let them know because I'm here to try to entertain the best that I can and make people happy, because that's what this is about ultimately. So, sorry I missed one. Professor X is great. I don't know if I would want to read everyone's mind though. Might might find some things you don't want to find for sure. So that could be very tricky. But yeah, so He Man comes out June 5th. So really looking forward to that. I'm gonna geek out for that movie because this everything I've heard so far seems to be awesome. It looks tremendous, like the way it's been shot. So really looking forward to that. And then another one really looking forward to is by DC, and that's Clayface. Not everyone knows about Clayface. It's like his origin story. The story they're going with is he's like an actor, and then he has an accident with the mob, and they disfigure him. He goes to get help from a doctor, and she said she has something she could give him to fix his face. But the problem is it mutates him into this big, like, clay monster. Makes him insane, basically. And he can turn into anyone or anything. And he ultimately becomes a very underrated villain for Batman. Of course, Batman's always going to figure it out. If you give Batman any time to prepare, he's he's going to out strategize you. And he'll have a plan to defeat you every time if you give him any time to prepare. They don't call him the world's greatest detective for nothing. That's for sure. There's no more comments. Hmm. So, Clayface. Then of course we got Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday. I truly hope that it lives up to the hype. The little mini trailers they showed, I do really like, and seeing Thor with short hair again, I like that. You know, it gives him a more serious look, and then the X-Men are in it. Then old Professor X and old Magneto. I mean, they're both close to 90, you know, which is, like, wow, where did time go? I don't know how much more acting Sir Patrick Stewart, or Sir Ian McKellen have in them, and they very well could retire after doing this movie. There's nothing left for them to do as far as acting goes, as far as I know, and they could keep going if they choose to. And Christopher Lee, Sir Christopher Lee went. I think he acted about all the way to the time he passed, and he was well into his 90s when he passed. So, but I hope Avengers Doomsday goes well. I really do. Marvel needs a home run, and you got the Russo brothers back to direct, so that's a big deal because they directed Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. There was stuff in Endgame I did not like, but overall it was good. Just there's a few gripes I had. I mean, we all are gonna have gripes about things in movies or TV shows. They should done more of this, less of that. Explain this better. Do this better. You're not gonna please everybody. Finding a movie or a TV show that pleases everyone, let me know. I have yet to see it, but I definitely would like to know if anyone has, because I'd be about seeing whatever that was. So I thought my one brother would show up in the chats, which would have been nice. That's the thing when you do these live streams, you don't know who and when people are gonna show up and talk to you. Right now it's gone silent. So a little sad about that. Because I know it's gonna be like that when I do my normal videos. You know, people comment after the fact. This is a chance to talk to everyone that's available to join, which I do enjoy the interaction, but it has gone radio silent on me, unfortunately. So I'm hoping some people will come in and join and talk because I love doing that. It's what makes this so great is that interaction. So I'm sure there are a lot of people that like a good horror movie. I have not seen Scream 7 yet. I've heard many mixed things. A lot of things like, why did they do that? Start off started off strong and ended weak. And for me, what I would have liked, and who's to say this didn't happen, but I haven't seen it, so I can't speculate. But I would like, if I was the director of it, to say I have somehow Stu was alive and he was Ghostface, with some help from a couple others, because there's never just one. And that's how they get so much accomplished, because there's always more than one Ghostface. So that would be me. I'd have Stu be the Ghostface, and I would have a flashback showing how he survived. And he was plotting his vengeance and figuring out what the right time for him to do that, which would have been now. But I don't know. I just don't know if that was ever a thought. But if I see it, I'll definitely do a video about it. I just don't know if I'm going to see that movie yet. On the fence. I've seen all the other Scream movies, but I don't know. My my one brother, the party monster, he's a super obsessed Scream fan. He has that 6 foot uh, Scream replica doll. Yeah, I think if someone took that from him, I think he'd be very upset. Probably would crash out, without doubt. Hey, Katie. Uh, takes after Scream 2. Scream 7 is canon. Interesting. I guess you could say that could be a good or a bad thing, depending on how much you like Scream 2. I like Scream 2. I definitely thought Dewey was done for. He got stabbed 50 times in that movie. And he just kept surviving, and then he goes out very sadly in part 5. So I didn't like that. And then Scream 6, finding out it's a cop and his kids. Could have gone a different route there. Yeah, mess. That's one way to describe it. That is one way to describe it as a mess. Absolutely. But I'll tell you this. Another horror movie I'm really looking forward to is Werewolf. Comes out Christmas, but it's spelled different than the normal way to spell it. Looks like it takes place in the 13th century England. So a lot of crazy stuff was going on back then. And then you add a werewolf problem to it. So that would make things interesting. And for me, ha, ha, ha. Silver bullet reference. Well, Katie, I can tell you for a fact that in the 13th century, they did not have bottle rockets. So the werewolf is good there. So back to my original point before such humor Yeah, they have flaming arrows for sure. Yeah, okay, you got a point there. But my werewolf movies, I don't require too much to be happy. I want good transformation. I want it to be, yeah, mic drop. Uh huh, sure. See, it is my mic right here. I'm not dropping it. I don't want to break it. So I want the transformation to be horrific. I want it to be painful. I want the werewolf violence to be epic. Yeah, it is cool for sure. Like how it does its little thing, little pattern. So, and I need the werewolf violence to be epic. Limbs need to be flying everywhere. Don't don't give me no PG nonsense, PG-13 nonsense with that type of movie. I need I need it to be epic. And I feel like Robert Eggers will not let us down. I thought Nosferatu was well done. I would have done a few things differently with Count Orloff, but that's just my opinion. I I don't, not gonna do a deep dive on that because he is still it still was well done. It's still a very good movie. Metro Boom and Make It Boom. Okay. I don't necessarily understand if there's a reference to that or it's just a saying. Yeah, there's a lot of sayings I have no idea what they mean. I try to keep up with the young people and what they say. But yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything. Young people will say one word and they'll have a totally different meaning than what the dictionary says. So that can be very confusing all in itself. Like some of my friends and they text me and I'm just like, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. If you can explain it to me, I appreciate it. Everyone has different ways they say different things. So, uh, oh, you're good. No worries. You don't need nothing to be sorry about. You know, I may say something you don't know what the reference is, but if I if I do, I will make sure I explain it. But yeah, so uh, what do you all want to see horror wise come out? If you had a choice, like if you could decide on what type of horror movie would come out, what would it be other than what's already coming out? And I expect a good one from you, Katie, because you're a huge horror fan like I am. So I expect a good response. Truly. Yeah, my one brother, he's probably doing a live stream right now. Oh my gosh, look who's here. My brother, the party monster. What's up, bro? Yeah, bear scream. Yeah, I was you weren't here earlier. I said I was on the fence about seeing the Scream movie. Uh, and if I do see it, I got I got to do a review on it. But I've heard so much mix. It's such a mixed bag. I just don't know if I'm gonna go see it. Uh, uh, to answer that question, two of the most epic werewolf transformations in movie history is American Werewolf in London and The Howling. Both done 1981. Fun fact. Ah, Underworld, love Underworld, but that transformation was so fast. Too fast. No pain. It was like 15 seconds they were in wolf form. And not enough hair. Werewolves have a lot of hair. I don't know if you've ever told me or not, Party Monster. You like werewolves? I know you love Scream. Scream's one of your all-time favorites. Just look at your merch, and you will know that. Ah, not really. Well, that sucks. Breed, what the heck is that? I don't know what that is. Okay, you like the howling? Yeah. That transformation is epic. And then this the dialogue before the transformation where he's like, "I trusted you, Karen. She betrayed me. So now I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind." And then how he just dug the bullet out of his head, and then and then that triggered the transformation. What's so interesting about the Howling was they could change at any time. They changed during the day. Yeah, I understand that, Katie, but I don't want my werewolf transformations that fast. It's too fast. It's not meant to be that fast. Okay? I'm I'm the werewolf expert. I know this. Come at me. I know my werewolf stuff very, very well. uh, so you say I'm discriminated against lichens. No, I'm not. They're a form of werewolf. I'm not being discriminated against it. I just think a werewolf transformation should be longer and more brutal. Get give me a give me some backup party on this because you're not huge werewolf fans, but I know that you know that it's not supposed to be that fast. Oh gosh, which one was that? Oh, now part of you gonna make me think because there's a lot of violence in a lot of different werewolf movies. Are you talking about the Howling series where that happened? Um, because a lot of the later ones were not good. Yeah, Katie, you taught always talking about silver bullet taking cheap shots. Be like Adam and constantly remind me that a kid in a speed cycle wheelchair shot a werewolf in the eye with a bottle rocket. I'll never live that down ever in my life. and yeah, okay. It's a party. My sister Katie talking about Silver Bullet's the best werewolf movie ever because a handicapped kid shot a werewolf in the eye with a rocket. First off, the kid should have been asleep. Why is kid outside by himself, middle of the night, shooting off firecrackers and fireworks and rockets? What the heck? Yeah, yeah, party. I agree. Take the time, show the change. You want to see all the bones breaking and reforming. You want to see all the hair sprouting. You want to see the nails turn to claws. You want to see the teeth turn to fangs. You want to see the ears elongate. It's the whole point. The biggest things you see a werewolf movie is for transformation. And if my other brother Adam was in the chat, he'd say that too. Yeah, party cursed. Yeah. The fact that you had the werewolf giving the middle finger, I'm like, what are we doing? You just took what's supposed to be scary and made it goofy. Yeah, werewolves doing the middle finger is just why? Why is this happening? Stick to ripping people apart, not flicking people off because you're in your feelings. How don't you make a werewolf like that now? Uh, a woke werewolf, be all up in its feelings. Made fun of it. It's gonna go cry in the corner now. No thanks. Let's see. Which one are you talking about, Katie? You talking about American Werewolf in London? Which werewolf movie are you referencing? You tapped out party? What'd you tap out from? Which wrestling hold? You you on tap out from Mother's Milk from your girl Marina Shafir? Imagine if she was a werewolf. That'd be pretty scary. She's already scary normal. The silver bullet transformation was quick. I wish that one was a little longer, but it wasn't even quite a full werewolf. Yeah, that would be it'd be interesting if Jacob Fatu did that. He'd make a good werewolf for sure, without a doubt. He'd make a good werewolf because he acts like a werewolf half the time anyway. With all of his crazy movements. I mean, are you surprised by that? WWE blew it. They blow a lot of things. You know, uh, like I heard Drew McIntyre's losing the belt tomorrow night against Cody. Party's on the same boat as me. It's called Cody Rhodes fatigue. If I don't see Cody win the heavyweight championship for 2 years, I am absolutely fine with that. Yeah, that would be cool. But the fact that they have no faith in Drew McIntyre, I feel like him and Randy Orton wouldn't sell tickets. That's a lie. I'd pay to see Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. Give the belt, give the belt to Cody again. The only way I would even consider co-signing with that is if Randy Orton beats him at Mania. If Randy Orton beats him at Mania, then I'm good. I can accept that. But I don't need Cody being Randy Orton and going on another long run. I don't need it. I'm over Cody. He finished his story. Time to move on. He doesn't need to have the belt to be successful. Think he has to be heavyweight champ to be successful? No, there's something wrong with that. I do not agree at all. He should not need the belt to be successful. And then, waiting for what the plan is for Gunther, hoping Rey Mysterio shows up so they can set that up so he can retire Rey Mysterio. Because there's nothing else for Rey to do. Uh, Punk will get destroyed, but I'm actually rooting for Punk, and Party is definitely a Punk fan. The bottom line is, why am I rooting for Punk? Is because Roman is part time. I do not need to see my heavyweight champ part time. Need my heavyweight champ to be there every week. If they're not wrestling, they're talking. They're doing something. Yeah, Cody needs to take a step back. Like Party says he won't. Don't don't need don't need it. But yeah, I feel Punk will win. I think he'll get his butt kicked. You like Liv Morgan? No, that's fair. Um, Party loves Liv Morgan. I don't know if you ever told a story when he met Liv Morgan. It was something like the Dudley Boys. Dudley Boys. But in all respect, I feel a lot of guys if they meet their favorite female wrestler will probably stumble over the words too. This being fair, uh, a lot of people love Rhea for sure. A lot of people love Rhea Ripley. Yeah, Rhea is a rock star. What you mean, Party? No one wants Rhea. That's a bold faced lie. That is a bold faced lie, and you know it. There are many people that would love a chance to go out with Rhea. Nia Jax used to be real bad with hurting people. I felt like years ago, everyone she got in a ring with had some type of injury or absolutely sore. She's gotten better. Okay, so that's a dumb question, Party. Liv or Becky? I'm sure it's Liv. Yeah, Sports Illustrated said it. That's for sure. You met Lucy. You miss Sasha Banks. She should be back. She thinks she's taking a break. An Ahmed Johnson reference? Really? Wow. I have not heard an Ahmed Johnson reference in a long, long time. Have not heard one. Huh. Yeah, he had the potential to be like absolute superstar. Yeah, he did. That whole storyline with Goldust was crazy back in the day. Like I I know what I was watching. Goldust was a uh, on another level back then. Dustin Rhodes was taking that character to limits most people wouldn't want to cross. Now, if you ask Ryback, he's one of the safest workers ever. I heard Punk talking about how unsafe Ryback was. He said Ryback beat the living daylights out of him in their Hell in a Cell match. Okay. um, all right, party. Gold Dust from 96 or Gold Dust from after 2010? Because that it, they're on different levels. Yeah, Shattered Dreams is a fun move as long as it's not happening to you. I've had that happen to me without being in the position for it. And he told us over his little brother. Heard that. Oh, China, she went down the rabbit hole. That was really sad. I mean, she got really heavy into the drugs and the alcohol. Katie, we're not obsessed with Shattered Dreams, are we? Just a little bit. Oh, we're in the bag party. It remind me of Saints fans back in the day when they when they sucked, when they were on the same level as the Jets. Poor Jets. Poor Jets. Yeah, this guy, you got it. Y'all gonna get Tyler Murray or Kyle Murray? Is it tired saying the wrong name? Kyler Murray. Sorry, got it right the third time. I mean, if he if he does a Sam Darnold and has a career resurrection, he might take y'all somewhere. But the problem for Jets fans are look at the Bills and now New England is relevant again. It is going to be extremely hard for y'all to pass them. Extremely difficult. Yeah, because they're both really good. Hey, you party, you say you want to see Stardust? Well, funny thing is, you remember how always at the end of a promo by him, he hissed like a cat? That'd be Tina's favorite wrestler. Just saying if she liked wrestling. Stardust would have been Tina's favorite because he hissed like a cat. I don't know if he wanted to be a cat or a cat hybrid. I don't know. No one knows the answer. It's a mystery. a mystery we'll have to figure out. But it's not like you can go up to Tina and ask her. That's a no, no, no. A no, no, no situation. That turns into a hidden blade situation. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, she could go fur. Yeah, 100%. Start meowing, start purring. Want to be taken out on a walk with a leash, which is weird for cats. But yeah, she's a cat hybrid, like a werecat. So I guess a leash would be okay. Just saying. And where'd Katie go? All of a sudden silent. Don't want to talk about shared dreams no more. That movie is not fun. It's fun to watch. It's not fun to happen to though. If it's happened to you. I think every guy goes through it at some point in their life for sure. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? Besides try to protect yourself. Did you work tonight or no? Deal with the parm crusted water, parm crusted bread, parm crusted cheesecake, parm crusted everything. If someone asked me for parm crusted bread, I'd be like, no, without a doubt. No, thank you. Not going to be doing that. I'm good. Parm crust on water wouldn't make any sense. I could go on a whole tangent about that, but I'm not. Well, then I'm about to wrap it up. Getting pretty tired. Just don't stay up quite as late as I used to. Part of getting old, you get tired. So I want to thank everyone that joined in and visited and watching the live stream. Hope you all have a blessed night. Be safe. Take care. And I'll have a new video out soon for sure. And be safe. Bye bye.